Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another First Descendant video. So patch 1.3.22 is live 19th of March, Thursday. And what we have is a lot of changes, especially to Sharen and how the teleport system works. They have improved the speed of certain animations and things like that. So let's have a quick look at the Sharen changes here. So first up, what they have done is with her passive skill, they've increased the range of the explosion for both the normal enemies and the elite enemies. So they've increased it from 200% to 250%. So over here, if you see in the ambush section on defeating standard, the damage range 8 meters is showing 15.4. That was 200%. They've increased it to 250. Similarly, when attacking elites, they've also increased that one here. So with this change, you may want to take the arcade tuning nodes, for example. So over here, let's say I could probably take a couple here and see if that helps. Yeah, I guess a little bit. Or maybe I can take one more, I guess. So what I could do is something like this, so that we take the extra range. And this way we'll have a little more range so that we do a bit more damage. 18 is not enough. 250 would be 20 meters. So try to get to 20. If you can, you could also take a little bit on your Ancestors module. So first up, we have the cutoff beam. So slightly reduce the startup delay of cutoff beam. So yeah, I guess it feels a little smoother, definitely. Yeah, definitely much better. Yeah, I think this is good. Then we have active camouflage. So now this is the main change here. So let me just get all these guys back again. So what they've done is, if you just press the camouflage, she doesn't teleport. If you want to teleport, you hold the camouflage, the second skill. So hold and you'll teleport. And yeah, so press to not teleport and then hold to teleport. So that is a big change, and I think this is a pretty important change because now you can actually use it mid-air as well. So we go up in the air. Yeah. So now this is also much better. They've also improved the short flash sword. I'll read that as well. Shockness. When the assassination target dies, decrease the base range from 14 to 12 meters and increase the max expansion range from 200 to 250%. Changed to be usable while sprinting. So now you can sprint and use your shock nuts. So it doesn't slow you down. You can just keep running and keep using the shock nuts. Okay, so that is pretty good. And then we have flash short sword. Slightly reduce the startup and recovery delays of the skill and change the control method. So when using the skill, the short sword automatically tracks the target in front. When holding the skill, key allows for both aiming and firing as before. So when you just press like this, you can do it. So you don't have to aim and hold and all of that. If you just press it, she will do it automatically without any input from your side. So again, if I press my Z here, all of this is happening automatically. I did not do anything. However, if you want to do it manually like before, you can hold it and now you can sort of aim for it as well. So I think it's much better, although I feel like this is still a little slow. Like if they could like make it a little faster, like this whole thing where she does this part here, this, they need to just increase the speed a little bit, like make it a bit faster. But yeah, overall, huge improvement here. The teleport is the main change here. So basically, you press your second skill and you get into camouflage just like before. It doesn't teleport you. And when you do this, you can basically teleport as well. So hold to teleport, press to camouflage. And you can do it in the air. You can use your shockness while running. Your flash shot is much faster. Your cutoff beam is much better. So overall, a huge improvement. Okay, so the rest of it is basically the same thing. So with all the different transcendent modules, they've adjusted how the camouflage works and things like that. Next up, we have Ultimate Lepic. So Ultimate Lepic's transcendent module explosive stacks will now allow the explosive stacks kill stack count to charge when rounds are consumed via the melee weapon. So with the explosive stack, as you know, when you shoot your gun, you get your stacks back with your first skill. Now you will be able to do it with the sword as well. Right, so with Lepic, if you put the sword here, and if you do this, you will be able to, use your, you'll be able to charge the stacks as well. Yeah, I think this was something that should have been done. All right, next up we have content improvements. Fix the obstacles that interfered with movement in the special operation Legion lab. So what I'll do is I'll probably at the end of this video, if it's not too long, I'll leave a run of the Legion lab so you can see where they've changed the obstacles that were interfering, because at the moment I'm not sure where they removed these things. Next up we have the external components. So they have changed the external components that you get from the Ice Maiden boss. Previously we were getting the moving fortress pieces. Now you'll get 4 pieces of, like, one each of the 4 parts of Polar Knight, Slayer, Hunter, and Enlightened Mage. So Enlightened Mage is pretty good because Enlightened Mage only drops from the isolated desert in Sigma sector, and it's very hard to get the 4 pieces because you only get 2 at a time. So you have to run that mission over and over if you wanted to get the right rolls on the Enlightened Mage. So yeah, so now you can just farm the Ice Maiden to get the perfect set that you wanted. The Hunter, Slayer, and Polar Knight, they were not difficult because you could get them from the old Colossus, the hard Colossus. But Enlightened Mage is definitely something you may want to farm from the Ice Maiden. Next up, we have the monsters. So reduce the visual intensity of severed nerves applied when hit by the explosion, and champion special effect of chasing orb of the Isif Shredder Trap Ball monster. So in the Sigma sector, you may have seen those trap ball type monsters, and when you get close to them, they sort of glow red and they explode and everything just becomes blinding. So they've reduced the visual intensity of that. Next, we have UI and UX changes. So change the stat name displayed in the set effect tooltip of the external component Venom Essence. So Venom Essence is not something we use, but they've changed the set effect. Also, they have now given you more customization slots for your skin. So previously there were 3, now they've increased that to 5. You can purchase a couple more and get it up to 7 if you wanted. But yeah, now you can have those. So that's a nice change. They've moved the unique RK factor XP from the sort of normal middle of the inventory screen to the upper right. And then they've added the keyword tags for the weapon modules, additional attack chance and damage. So you can see, remember the RK factor XP used to be somewhere here. They've put it up here. You have 5 slots now for the customization. So if you have some skins, you can equip them. I haven't done much here with Lepic. So yeah, so now you can get 5 of these. And when it comes to the weapon, so you remember these things, they've added the hashtag. They've added these 2 here, additional attack chance and additional attack damage. All right, next up, they've added another nice little thing where if you ping a monster, it'll show you the distance to the monster. So if you have seen my videos before, I've mentioned that between these 2 lines is 10 meters and from here to here is 5 meters. So now you can see we should be 15 meters from the Vulgus here. If you mark it on keyboard, it is Y. So you can see now 15 meters to the Vulgus here. So now if you move around, you can see the distance. So whenever you have like a skill that says range is 20 meters or something, you can get a rough idea. For example, with Glaze Rampage skill with the Blood and Iron, they reduced it from 36 meters down to 22.5. So you can get an idea with this sort of thing. So yeah, so this is a handy little thing to check the range of the monster if you ping it. Now, besides this, there are a lot of bug fixes. So I won't read through all of these, but you can see a lot of Sharen related bugs have been fixed. Daya had some issues. We had Valby issues here and there. Some of the skills of the new weapon, the crime and punishment, the condemnation stage would not be consumed, things like that. So yeah, so they have fixed quite a lot of things over here. For the Eckert missions, the HQ special orders, you don't have to do the Void Vessel 2 times now, or 4 times. They've adjusted it to only 2. More things here. Occasionally, the Isif Shredder Trap Ball monster, they were not sort of despawning when you kill them. So you may have seen people taking selfies with that round monster. So yeah, so they have fixed that. And yeah, multiple things here. Occasionally, the coupon was still showing up as available or things like that. So that is all getting sorted here. So yeah, so mostly a lot of fixes and bugs. Sharen is definitely much better. Let me know what you think. What I'll do is I'll leave you with a short footage of the Legion lab because I myself want to see all the different places where they have removed the things that were slowing down. Basically, what they said here was, where was it? They said they've removed the things that were obstructing. So obstacles that interfered with the movement. So I want to see, because there were quite a lot of things in that lab. For example, when we start, we sort of have to go left and then go up or jump through. So yeah, so let's see if they have improved that. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Unseen. Entering stealth state. Unseen. Initiating stealth operation. Activating stealth. You won't find me. Here. Unseen. Activating stealth. You won't find me. Activating stealth. You won't find me. Unseen. Activating stealth. Entering stealth state. Unseen. Entering stealth state. Initiating stealth operation. Activating stealth. You won't find me. Unseen. Initiating stealth. Unseen. Activating stealth. Initiating stealth. You won't find me. Initiating stealth operation. Entering stealth state. Unseen. Entering stealth state. Initiating stealth operation.